What's up, everybody, and welcome to my Impact Wrestling review. Wake up, wake up. It's the first of the month, so get up, get up, get up. And as we begin this review, we're going to be talking about a lot today other than the show. As regard to the company itself and other things that happened through the week, one thing I really want to speak on is the whole broken universe and what's going on with that, and I don't know what type of agreements they came to with the whole Matt Hardy thing. But before we get into Matt Hardy, go on with that, we're gonna get through the show first, as we kicked it off with JB talking about the women's tournament, as there'll be two triple threat matches throughout both weeks, and whoever the winner of those two triple threat matches are, I never get those words right, will face each other for the vacant Knockouts Championship since Gail Kim gave it up for retirement. Tonight will be Laura Van Ness, Casey Spinelli, and a returning Madison Rayne, which I believe people thought Madison Rayne went to NXT, by the way, but I guess not. And next week it will be Rosemary, Alley, and Sienna in a triple threat match. But we kicked off the show with the match itself with, like I said, Laura Van Ness and them, which was actually a really good match, I will say that. And she does like a TMZ train wreck, but she was able to get the win over Casey Spinelli. This is actually a really solid match. I actually really enjoyed this match too. Wasn't bad. The women worked really hard out there. I am interested to see what's going to happen with Laura Van Ness, even though she's still supposed to be acting crazy and left at the altar. We will see what happens with this whole gimmick. I'm not sure where this is going to go, but it's an interesting take. I thought Madison Rayne would have picked up the win, but hey, I guess I was wrong. But other than that, pretty much she got the win. As next we went to Alberto Patron and Johnny Impact entering the building, but also tonight Taji Ishimori went against Hakeem Zayn. Really solid match, I will say that. Ishimori picking up the one with the 450 splash. Next thing you know, Trevor Lee and Caleb Conley come out and attack, which actually was set up a really good match for the X Division title, which I believe could really be good, because Ishimori is really good in the ring, and so is Trevor Lee. I would actually really see a good match from them, so we will see where this goes. I like that they keep him around, because I think he is a really good wrestler. I like this match with Eddie Edwards, is really good too, so yeah, I am interested in seeing more of that. As for Zayn, I don't know a lot about him. I don't think anybody cared about Global Forge. We'll see what happens, but the Global Forge thing really didn't do anything. It really didn't. I don't see really nothing that really would have did that much. I don't know, because I will say this too. I know I didn't do a review last week because it's Thanksgiving, and I'm not really gonna do a review on Thanksgiving. I did watch the show though, and even though it was like one match and everything else was either a vignette, well, mostly it was just Eli Drake talking throughout the whole night with everybody, talking about what they're gonna do and Thanksgiving memories, and the turkey soup match itself, which was really fun. So it was enjoyable. I'll give it that. I will say that. And Eli Drake cut a lot of promos throughout that whole night, so it was good. James Storm was talking to Mackenzie Mitchell as if he was going to go against El Tejano Jr. tonight, as he talked about what professional wrestling is. Talk about cold beer, hot women, and fast cars. And he's the cowboy motherfucking James Storm. And, pretty much told Dan Lambert and Lashley to watch out, because you get those AT&T guys out of here. LAX was in the back talking. We know Diamante is not there. I believe she's hurt, if I heard last time. And Homicide, Santana, Ortiz, and Conan playing some cards in the back. And Conan said, "What we gotta do about that white boy Sammy Callahan? The middleman to the human centipede right there." As Homicide say, we got to take these base heads. I got the tools. I got this. I got that. I got that dry soap out here. You got to give this to me, Conan. You got to give it to him, Hefe. And as Homicide said, you got the dry soap. Conan was down with it. As Santana said, we got them chainsaws cracking to cut some folks up. And Ortiz said, we got them chains right here. We can hang them and show, hang them around. We'll see that we mean business. As we'll be gangster if we use some chain or a staple gun and stuff. But first off, we can get the street shit later. We gotta get these tag team titles back first. That's what we need. Alright? And since Callahan was talking about this thumb is up, thumbs down, he's gonna take both those thumbs and stick it up his ass pretty much. You know, he likes to call them EO ovaries because they're pretty much pussies and they bitch made, all right? And, you know, since we gotta get the belts back, hey, LAX has got to be serious like a late period. You know, that's why we're in the street. We live and die for this shit, okay? Hasta la muerte después LAX. All right, so we gonna take care of that problem. All right, we gonna hit them where it hurt and kick some ass. So yay, yay, yay. And homicide talk about some red bombs. Ortiz they really want to talk about it. So I enjoyed this segment, man. I like LAX. Whatever LAX this is, the new version. I think it's fun. I still wish Low Key would have been still part of it, but I really did like it. And you know, it just comes off authentic and real with these guys. All right. I know people start to say crime time, but it's not the same. Somebody likes more LAX is more realer. And if they put me against the Usos, I think that could be a great match. Just both of those, you know, promos, you know, just going at each other would just be great as some would put it. But I did enjoy the LAX segment. You know, Conan is that nigga out here, man. That was the shit, man. Homicide, all of them. I thought that was some funny shit. They went to Sami Callihan going against Randy Myers from a Defy promotion. As I know they talked about that Global Impact, Global Wrestling Network. And I know they were just at it. I wish they would show the full match instead of edit out and show the suck matches all the time in full. But it was good, but too many edits, and they should have showed more just to show off Sami Callihan in a way. In my opinion, they should have, because that was a good match. Just all the edits didn't make sense. I know they try to get other promotions on there and play, but I don't think they got to stop playing too many things from other promotions. In my opinion, like kind of rely on your own footage. You can show it once in a while, but don't show it every other week and like make it part of the whole show because it just doesn't help sometimes. Alberto El Patron told me he was going to kick Mundo's Trasero tonight, and he's broken his spirit, and he's going to get his title back since Eli Drake is a paper champion, and you know Johnny's looking for him, and he said he knows where to find me, alright? Until KM was punching some guy who did not really sell that punch and beat up some other guys, and pretty much he was trying to prove himself to Dan Lambert and Lashley, which I don't know where that's going. Like they had him going somewhere at first with saying, "Are you calling me a liar?" and stuff, which I thought was funny. But I don't know where they're gonna go with this. Storm went against Tano Jr. as even, you know, Dan Lambert and Bobby Lashley never headed to the ring as KM still tried to prove himself. Storm won with the last call super kick until the AT&T guys jumped him as he was celebrating. Storm was able to super kick the guy in the neck brace. And then we gotta have a Dan Lambert promo for some reason. Moose came out with the save, and then talk about the clowns and these professional wrestlers and nothing, and everyone here is Eskimos and stuff. And I'm gonna take you and Moose and Storm out next week as it's gonna be Lashley and Dan Lambert. Even Lashley just kind of looked at me like he was silly for a minute. Even, you know, Josh Matthews pretty much said, you know, he's taking the 2 out of this wrestling fantasy pro wrestling camp, which this is just. I wish this AT&T thing would just end and get Lashley back in the title picture. Seriously, Lashley was fucking great last year in this company. This man should be the world champion, or at least fighting for the world title right now. He should be in the title picture. He does not need this America's Top Team thing. He can cut a good promo on his own. I am tired of Dan Lambert being the promo guy for this. Lashley's a good promo on his own. We do not need this guy. And yes, I hope he gets kick his ass. Like, that's something people want to see. They want to see Dan Lambert get his ass kicked. But this needs to end. It should have ended at Bound for Glory and move on from this. This is getting dumb. Put Lashley back by himself and get him in the world title picture. Alright, this is getting really dumb now. A parking park his nephew there, or cousin Chandler Park, which is an actual phone number to it also, which I think is pretty funny. So I liked it. They played a flashback to Kurt Angle vs. Samoa Joe at Genesis '06. Mackenzie Mitchell talked about Johnny Impact, which cut a very bad promo, like he was reading off something. He's going to take somebody to Slam Town. You just see how he just kind of taking the time to read word for word for some reason. It was just kind of odd. I don't know why. It just felt odd for some reason. Drake even cut a promo talking about he's still coming after both guys, and then had a pretty much walked into Jimmy Jacobs. Tyson Do went against Eddie Edwards. EC3 was on commentary. Really good match, I will say that. I enjoyed it. It was okay. EC3 was mostly on commentary. He kept cutting to, so I guess it's going to be EC3 versus Matt Sydal for the Impact Grand Championship sooner or later. So we'll see how that goes. Going on from that, after you get the everyone undo, but it was an okay match for what it was. Slamtown himself, Johnny Impact, when he gets Alberto El Patron, which is actually a crazy brawl out there, especially that double stomp off the chair thing, as both men were kind of bleeding and bruised. And then, as they really were kicking the shit out of each other. I still had that Tree of Woe thing, Alberto stomps up from the top. At least, Mundo moved out the way. But as the ref went down, Eli Drake came out then, and Alberto attacked him, but Eli hit him with the title, and Mundo there pulled him back in and hit a modified Starship Pain for the win. Drake got in and started beating up both guys then, and Adonis came out to help until Petey Williams came out and pretty much knocked Eli Drake, and pretty much as he was taking out both guys, Drake was about to hit the gravy train, but Mundo hit him with a super kick, and then next thing you know, Petey Williams hit the Canadian Destroyer, pretty much sending the crowd home happy. So, crazy brawl and really good at the end. I will say that. Even though the match was somewhat a mess sometimes, especially the rep bump, this was actually a really good match. Both guys was kicking the shit out of each other. Really good brawl out there. I still think it's probably going to be a fatal four-way now between Petey Williams, Johnny Impact, Eli Drake, and Alberto El Patron for the title. But like I said before, they got to put Lashley back in this. So even EC3 should be back in the title picture, really. Because I'm not saying this is a bad fatal four-way. I just feel like they just need to put Lashley back at the top again. But Eli Drake is doing good as champion, I will say that. But it was a crazy brawl out there. The show itself was good, I will say that. Like I said, I didn't do one last week because it was Thanksgiving. But it is one thing I want to address right now. Is the whole Matt Hardy, the whole broken gimmick of who owns what. And we all know what happened Monday, and Matt did the lead chance. I guess Ed Nordholm and them did come out with an agreement with this, which he did say something earlier would have to do with talent and using the gimmick somewhere else. Listen, some people think they just gave up the whole thing because they think Impact couldn't afford it anymore to keep holding on to this gimmick. I don't think that's the case, but I think they gave it up, which is actually a good thing in a way. Listen, this whole case is ridiculous. Listen, we get it. It sucks that the Hardys left early in the year in TNA, okay? It sucks. I enjoyed the broken gimmick over there. I enjoyed the final deletion and the leader decay and total non-stop deletion, the crazy stuff, the Senor Benjamin and the Dipillated Bo, George Washington, Scribe, Max, so all the crazy stuff and thing they did from Matt Hardy's house. That was enjoyable. Kangaroos, giraffes, all that stuff. It was great. Alright, we all liked it. Alright, we all love it, alright? It was great. This case itself has been ridiculous. It makes both sides look bad. In the court of opinion, pretty much everyone's looking at TNA as the bad guys anyways. And, the Hardys are the good guys. Fuck that owl and all that. And even that started to get really annoying after a while. And they should have just came to an agreement earlier. I don't know all the details of what you can use and what you cannot use, or how much of the broken gimmick they're giving up, or what Impact gets paid in return as some type of royalty check or whatever. I don't know. And listen, as for the gimmick itself, with Matt Hardy and WWE wise, it's kind of crazy when Jeff Hardy gets hurt. It's like they have nothing for Matt Hardy. It's like they needed that gimmick to do something with Matt Hardy, because almost like they didn't believe in him in a way by himself. You could have pushed him towards the Intercontinental title. You could have did anything with Matt Hardy, really. He didn't have to be broken if they couldn't get the gimmick. Even I think you could have went back to version 1 Matt Hardy. You could have went for the title. Matt Hardy just kind of lost so much momentum and steam that he just became a jawbone guy. I think it looked stupid when Wyatt beat him clean on Monday. It made no sense. Especially when Wyatt, there's another guy I'm tired of anyways. But, this isn't a WWE review right now. And, as for the gimmick itself in WWE, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't think Matt's going to have full creative control. I have no faith in WWE creative anyways, because one somehow, some way they will fuck this up one way or another. I just know that. And I know there's been some videos online and Matt's there. I don't know if we're gonna see a Senior Benjamin, or like I said, the Scribe or Maxwell or Vanguard One. I don't know. And I know there's a lot of people said that Billy Corgan and JB had a lot to do with the broken gimmick too. And I would actually say JB because Slammiversary was kind of proof. So Slammiversary was proof that JB was a help in that whole broken universe thing, and Vanguard One and all that stuff. So that kind of proved it with JB. So we know I know WWE has the production to make all this big, but I don't know what's gonna happen, how they're gonna do this thing. We know Jeff Hardy is hurt, so at least Matt is doing something. He can do the whole broken thing. He did the delete chance, or he's woken or something, broken. But it looks like he's been putting out tweets proving that he has his broken brilliance again, and that's gonna go. So hopefully we can all move on from this, and TNA can just focus on themselves, trying to make this as a better company, because we already know there's always a lot of bad situations going on with them. I heard they moved their offices to Canada now, and the Nashville thing is closed. So we'll see what happens, but they really do need to get their shit together, and letting this gimmick go is just for the best. Okay, why keep something you're not going to use? But then again, this goes on WWE's part also, because they've done this in the past. We all know about the Cody Rhodes situation when it comes to name wise, and that Cody can't even use his last name and everything because WWE owns it somehow, so they can't use it. And when it comes to trademarks, all that stuff, so WWE's no better when it comes to this type of stuff. But I don't know. I just think it was best to just let them give the gimmick and go on. This is one of these things where, hey, if it's great, it's great. If WWE fucks it up, then who do we blame here for this if they fuck it up real quick? I don't know. It's not going to be the same thing we all saw in Impact, alright? It's not. This is two different companies. And it looks like Matt is already back in full broken mode if you look at the video online. But, yeah, I just think that, it's not going to be the same. It really isn't. I don't think it's going to be the same thing like it was in TNA. So we'll see where this goes. But I had to speak on this case, and hopefully just everybody moves on from this. So we'll see what happens in the coming weeks. And we'll know it get over. But I just WWE creative. Don't trust them. Can't trust them. But I'm out here. I'll see you guys later, and peace out.